Welcome back to the Blonde Highlights podcast. Today's episode is going to be all about being your unique self and celebrating your differences and living life authentically to yourself. So, how's it going, Kris?
I'm so excited that we're doing this episode. Everything's going a-okay. It is currently Mother's Day as we are filming. So if you are listening, happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there and all the parents. I'm just chilling. I had a nice breakfast today. I got new shoes today, so I'm good. How are you?
I had to get up this morning and go work in the garden.
Oh, fuck that. Like, I don't understand how you can have this commitment. This is so big.
I know. I had to be there. Like, I was the first person there this morning, like, as soon as I could be there to get the hour and a half in before I had to get ready to come on here. And, and it was so hot already. It was like 80 something degrees. And I was in the sun pulling these weeds. I was like, I'm about to pass out. I'm about to go
die over
down.
here.
I was
I'm
like,
gonna die over here.
I was like, Kris is going to be pissed when I'm in the emergency room and we have to film.
Okay, yeah, because guys, I am leaving tomorrow morning to come out. And actually, I was gonna ask you, how is the weather? Like, I'm packing very light because I have clothes that I sent to your house, but I need to know if it's like super hot or is it still like a cold in the morning, warm in the afternoon? Because in Canada, it's like still cold.
Well, here's the thing is that the May Gray has been real so far. Like, it's been a little cold. And then the last couple of days have been just like hell. Like, it's been like, the gates of hell just burning with heat. And then it goes back to 60s, like cooler the rest of the week. So you're going to be good.
Okay, cool.
But be
Cool. Oh
prepared
my
because
God,
it may just be 100 degrees. We don't know.
we don't know yet. We'll figure it out. It's all good. Look at us talking about the weather. Who
Yes.
are we? Oh my God, we're old bitches now. This is an actual concern now. We're old, Kyle.
It's just because I've been hanging out with older people all day. They're just like, it's a hot one out here.
It's a scorcher. I fucking love the word scorcher. Like, why? Scorcher out here.
I love to say it like in a way, like if someone's like really pissed and like she's scorching the earth out here.
I love it. Oh my God. So, what are we talking about today? What do you have for me? I feel like you have some good tea.
Well, first
Juice.
of all, I want to bring up an epidemic that is starting to happen, and I'm concerned for us. And that is
Okay.
that people are starting to wear like prairie bonnets.
Okay, I have seen these. What is your take on them? I need to know.
Okay, well, first of all, I think the brand that like everyone's obsessed with right now is like Lorna Murray. And these
Okay.
like little bonnets are like $200 starting and go up from there. And they're actually Australian made, but
Oh, wow.
it's given Handmaid's Tale. It's given, why are we back to wearing bonnets? Am I Amish?
Okay, here's my thing is that when I saw one, I automatically thought of these garden crybaby dolls. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where like the dolls are like leaning up against the wall crying, or sometimes you would get like the wood cut out. Like, you have to be a 90s kid to really know this.
Yes.
That's what it reminded me of. I'm like, why is it giving crybaby doll?
Oh my God. Isn't that sad? Why did we have sad babies in our like gardens?
Right? Or like the ones that are like pretending to pee up against the wall.
Oh my God, yes. My grandmother had one of those little things and it had like a little like clear tube. So it really did look like a stream of pee. That's weird.
Gardens in the 90s were like a different fucking level. Like, my granddad, bless his heart, used to do like full on landscaping. There were train sets going around. There were freaking all the crybaby dolls, like everything. Gardens hit harder in the 90s.
Yeah, I think we should bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah, we need to bring back 90s gardening. Here's my thing though, is that I could see the bonnet being cute if it was like a black kind of leather sort of situation. I think then I could be like, okay, I could wear this, but I don't think I could wear a bonnet. I would look like a fucking giant egg.
See, I don't think that a black leather one would look good.
I think it could look cute.
If it was
I
like
think like,
bucket hat style, maybe.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to just like figure out how it could be cute because I think they're disgusting.
I gotta say that I think they're kind of adorable. Some of them are really adorable. Like they're really cute. But I'm like, in the year 2025, we're like, let's bring back bonnets.
Girl, you know, by the end of summer, we're going to be wearing bonnets. They're going to grow on us. I know they're going to grow on us. If they can make them look chic, that's all I'm saying. Is if they can make them look chic, I could maybe get behind it.
Yes, exactly. I think we're gonna have to get like an ex-Amish woman on here to tell us how to properly wrap our hair up to fit into the bonnet.
Oh my God, yes. Are they allowed to do podcasts?
No, they're not, but like one of the like people that ran away.
Okay.
They can, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta do what we can to support the ex-Amish.
Yes. Speaking of fashion trends, I know we're a little late here, but what did we think of the Met?
I just wasn't. I normally live for the Met. I'm normally so excited for the Met, and I just wasn't. I wasn't into it.
No, it was giving like office party.
Yes. And it was weird because I was excited about it because I thought the theme was really cool. And I was excited because like within the theme, like things should have been like really bright and like maximalist and like lots of patterns and colors and just texture and like a lot of stuff going on, lots of jewelry, like just a lot should have been happening and not a lot was happening. People got
Not a lot was happening.
They got a little caught on the tailoring and it just had some tailored shit and was like fashion.
Like Hailey Bieber, what the fuck? She has the opportunity to do whatever the fuck she wants.
I know.
That girl can literally put on anything and like it'll look fantastic. The fact that she put on a business blazer and was like, okay, like I get it, she's a new mom, whatever, but like, come on.
I know some people said that she looked like a hostess from a fancy restaurant in LA, like a judgy hostess in LA.
I was about to tell you there's no seating.
Yes. She's like, sorry, you made a reservation, but I saw your outfit and sorry, we're out of seating.
No, some of them were a little much. I did like Sabrina Carpenter's. I thought hers was a fun spin. Everyone was sticking to like a business suit. I was like, let's step out. Thank God for Diana Ross. She saved it.
Yes, and that was the thing. I love Diana Ross. So look, but I did feel like Diana Ross kind of reheated Rihanna's nachos, as the kids would say.
Okay.
Do you remember Rihanna and like the crazy like gold like huge train that like took up the steps? It was literally almost identical cape, besides it in a different color. But
you know what though? We needed it this year.
We did. And I think if Diana is the theme, like she did amazing with it. She really killed it. But there was a lot of people that I just wasn't like, I don't know. I just didn't think they went like too hard with the theme or.
No. I feel like this year was like, okay, we can just like take a step back. Let's just like, everyone was a little bit tired. They're like, okay, we don't have to do the big thing. And then they all probably thought they were like having a moment, but it was like, no.
They were so excited to serve and they didn't serve.
No, it was giving office party. It was giving high fashion office party.
And it was just sucks because it's like, this is what we needed. Like we need to be more entertained more than ever. Like serve us fashion now. Don't. I don't know. Yes, because we were like talking about like we're like, should we do like a whole recap and all the outfits and all that kind of stuff? And I was like, should we not? And I started to make notes and I was like, no, I'm over this. Like there is nothing to make note about.
No. Freaking Sound Coach had better fashion. Like I'm not even dying. Like
Sound
kidding.
Coach.
What is it?
These kids are going to Sound Coach.
What is it called?
Stagecoach. These rowdy kids is Sound Coach.
The kids at Sound Coach. Best Dreader. I'm mumbling all my word. Best Dreader. Oh my God. Am I biggest stroke?
Best Dreader. So I can't do that.
Like, am I okay? Oh my God.
Wild.
Wow.
We got a new pope.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, because you're Catholic too, right?
Yeah.
Yes. We're both Catholics over here. Um,
Yep.
but no, I haven't been to mass in like, I don't even know how long. But proud Catholic. And honestly, like the discussion on the internet right now is just like, there's a lot of like Catholic conversations happening. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a Catholic. Do I need to start going to mass? I looked at rosaries last night on Amazon.
Oh my gosh, there's nothing wrong with a little rosary.
She needs a Mother Mary statue now.
Oh my God, I should bring you one of those candles.
Yes, yes. We're gonna
You know
pray.
what candles I'm talking about.
We're gonna pray to Mother Mary, Virgin Mary. No, because there's a
But you
lot.
know what?
Oh, sorry.
I love praying though. Like I do. I pray every day and I pray with the boys before bed and we do like our little gratitude prayer and we say that we're thankful and like whatever. So I do pray and you know I pray because I call home at bedtime for prayer.
I know. I'm getting ready for it every night. She's gonna be. Hold on, I gotta call and pray.
It's time for prayers. But you know what? They love it.
Yes, that's important. But there's a lot of discussion on the internet between what they're calling credo Catholics, which are like people who are born Catholic, and then converts. And it's like a battle between the two on TikTok. And so that's why.
What do you mean?
Like
what do you mean? Explain this to me.
Okay, so the credo Catholics are mad at the converts because they're like, you don't get it. You don't understand it. You don't have the right trauma. You don't this, you don't that. We don't evangelize. We don't whatever. And then the converts are like, yeah, but you guys really aren't that like religious. And then people are like, well, yeah, that's kind of the point. I don't know.
Okay, no, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, it's like a turf war happening over there between the converts and the cradle Catholics. And
but like I kind of see that point though. Like the converts are like we're choosing to be this way. Like we weren't just born into it. Like we're choosing to be this way.
yeah.
And they're probably a little bit more diehard than most of the what are they called?
The cradle Catholics. But then the cradle Catholics are saying we don't evangelize like Protestants do. And so they're like, you're bringing your Protestantness over to Catholicism and whatever. Anyways, this is a whole other thing. We don't need to get into that. But she's a proud Catholic now because of this discussion. And we got a new pope at the same time that this discussion is happening. And I already have beef with him because the morning that they were electing a new pope, I live by a Catholic church and the damn bell was ringing every 30 seconds, starting at 8 a.m.
Oh my God. You're like, hey, we get it. I'm trying to sleep. This is my only damn day to sleep in.
I know. I was like, geez, what the hell? And then I'm like, what is happening? What's going on? Because I didn't know they were electing a new pope. I was like, or that day. And I was like, what is happening outside? And then I look on my phone and it was like, they're going to announce the new pope in some minutes. And who thought, like, this is crazy. This guy's from Chicago.
Crazy.
He's like a fan of like baseball in Chicago.
It's like cool pope.
Yes.
It's like hipster pope.
Yes.
Having a good time pope.
Yes, but the first American to be there.
That's exciting though.
Yeah.
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 Look, we're so religious on this Sunday.
Guess who's going to court?
Who?
I'm like, I picked up on that. I was like, guess who's jealous of Beyonce?
Oh.
From Wendy Williams, that like viral clip.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't get it.
Oh, okay. There's this viral clip and hopefully the listeners understand it. And it's Wendy Williams and she's like, guess who's jealous of Beyonce? And then the whole crowd's like,
okay.
Who? And then she's like, Adele.
Oh my God, stop.
Or no, did she say, or guess who's jealous of Adele? Adele. And then she was like, Beyonce.
Beyonce.
And the crowd's like,
I wish I knew. Okay, so now say it and I can do it. Say it because I know what you're doing.
Guess who's going to court?
Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Did I do it right?
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Someone help me.
I hope anyone understands my humor and the way that I just quote things from pop culture nonstop. Like I can't help myself.
Oh my God. I hope people that just understand. I just like don't get most of your pop culture jokes, but like I'm trying.
I know, but the world that I live in, everybody knows these things. And then sometimes I'll be doing stand up comedy and I'll just like drop like a quote from Real Housewives and everyone's like, Dad. And I'm like, oh my God. Like,
Like bitches wake up.
you don't like Luann? The Countess? But no, Taylor Swift, I read she got subpoenaed to go to court. So that means that she is forced to go to court and testify in the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni case.
And do we know when their case actually is?
No, I don't know.
Is it like next year or something?
I have no clue. I think it's gonna happen now or something.
Well, damn.
But I don't know. I guess like I wonder if that will be televised. Because do you remember the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case was televised?
Mm-hmm.
And that was
Mm-hmm.
juicy.
I mean, I think they'll televise it because Justin Baldoni has like that whole website that has all of their conversations, printed documents, everything that you can read. I actually forget what it's called. So I could see them televising the whole thing. Plus now they're getting Taylor Swift. Like it's going to be a huge case and it's not even a
Yes.
murder.
Do you remember the what's her name? Goop lady, the owner of Goop?
Yes.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Do you
Yes.
remember her
Yes.
case that was that was televised?
Oh yeah.
And the lawyer was like, she was like, she was fangirling the whole time.
I forgot about this. When was this?
A couple years ago. It was like a skiing accident or something.
Yes, that's right. Oh my God. I forgot about all of this until right now.
Yes, like
Yeah, the lawyer was like fangirling over her and like obsessed with her.
Yeah, wait, didn't she say like you're friends with Taylor Swift or something? Well, who was it?
I forget, to be honest.
She was mentioning some other celebrity and I was like, oh my God, but that was
just
hilarious.
name drop. Oh my God. Yeah, I bet they'll air it.
We need something like that.
Yeah, we need something juicy.
Yes.
Like the OJ chase. Do you know that during the OJ Simpson chase is the #1 night in history of Domino's Pizza?
Really?
They had their most orders during the OJ Simpson chase. You know the chase?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did we do as a society before that we could just like tune in to TV to watch someone go through a crisis, you know?
Honestly.
Like, what did we do?
Man, stop going through a crisis. Like, seriously, like every single time someone mentions the word Bronco, instantly in my head, OJ Simpson.
Exactly. I mean, they brought the Bronco back because of that.
Like, yes.
Like they
White Rhino.
Exactly. Like literally like there was that whole that period. It was like the revival of that case because there was like the documentary and the show and all these things came out. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills brought back one of the women from that case, and there's already other people associated with the case that were on the show. And then it was all of a sudden we got Broncos again. We got all, it just all came back.
It all came back.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what's your highlight this week?
Okay, so highlight is so friend of the podcast, our first guest on the show, Tanya. She's an amazing musician. She has a new song coming out on Friday.
So exciting.
So exciting. So we gotta, we're gonna be rocking out.
We're going to be rocking out together.
Yes.
Because we're going to be together when it comes out.
Exactly. And we've been like doing little teasers. She's been doing teasers. She's been doing teasers of the song on like social media. And so get excited.
I'm excited. I saw one of the teaser videos and I was like, yes, so exciting.
Hell yes. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Low light is, why am I finding out that like because I've been talking about it on the podcast about taking the Zepbound for like weight loss, like the shot. It's like a Ozempic. It's a GLP-1, and I've been hearing from a lot of people saying since they started taking it that they're freezing cold, like they're just like can't get warm. They're really cold. And
really?
Yeah, and I'm just pissed because I'm like
drenched.
drenched in sweat all the time because I'm always freaking hot. Like
You're
I
always hot.
always hot. I just want to be cold so bad. And summer's rearing up like it's about to get hotter than it's about to be a scorching summer.
It's about to be a scorcher out there. Oh my God. That's like part of the reason why you should be on it is to help cool you down because you run so damn hot. Like, oh my God. As if you're not kidding that would happen to you.
I know. I'm like, of all the side effects, I could have freaking got that. Jesus.
Oh my God. That's actually really funny. Okay, my highlight for the week is I've been listening to so many audiobooks and I'm loving them. And I just finished The Housemaid and I need to put this public service announcement out there. You need to read it. If you love a good thriller book, oh my God, start on The Housemaid. I'm on the second book of it. So yeah, I've been playing it any like free chance I get, and I find that that's so much easier than me sitting down and reading. So yeah, I love a good thriller, and I had an amazing thriller book. Like it was one of those books where I like at the end I was shocked. Do you know what I mean? Like a
Oh,
plot
yes.
twist happening. So yeah, so that's my highlight is The Housemaid.
Our literary
My
queen over here.
Yes, I'm a bookworm now. You
Yes.
better watch out. Like I'm gonna be listening to my books the whole time.
I do like to listen to an audiobook and like crochet.
It's so peaceful. It is
Mm-hmm.
so peaceful.
Yes.
Um, okay, so my low light is, you know, when you get your nails done, okay, so I just got a fresh set, if you can see, cute. Um, you know, when you get them done, and if you pull off your acrylic or whatever, your nail becomes very thin. So when you put your nail under the UV light, it is like scorching hot. It's fucking scorching hot. I did it this week and it was like putting my nail in a fucking incinerator. I was like almost crying.
She's like, oh, geez, it's scorching under here.
Literally, okay, so when I get my nails done at the place I go to, they do my toes and my hands at the same time because I can't sit through all of it for too long. So I'm sitting there trying so hard, literally not to cry, not to pull it out because like it annoys them when you have to take it out too much. And I was like checking the thing. I was like, is the heat higher on this one? Like, what is going on? It was so hot that when I took my nail out of it, I was like touching it with my other hand and it was so hot. It felt like, you know, when there's like a fresh hot light bulb and you touch it,
Yes.
or like a candle after it's been burning for 10 hours, like that's what it felt like on my nail. I was trying so hard not to cry.
Would you say that it was
You know what I
scorching?
mean? I knew you were going to say it again.
Yeah, but
It's fucking scorching hot. So that's my low light. And you know what? If you get your nails done all the time, you know the pain that I'm talking about. But
mm-hmm.
picture that pain like the worst it could probably possibly be. Like I can't see it getting much worse than that. Like
Yes. This
I was like, whatever, bitch. Like suck it up.
this episode is going to be called Scorching Hot Uniqueness.
Yes. But do you guys know, like, okay, I have a French tip right now. I love it. And I actually started doing a round shape. Do you know that Kyle's nails actually grow in as a French tip? Like she
Yeah.
has a natural French tip to her nails.
I don't know if anyone can see, but yeah, sometimes they get a little stained from hair color, but yeah, I do have a natural French tip.
Like all she needs to do is just put on a little clear coat and she has a natural freaking manicure.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, must be nice.
Yes. God's chosen
Some
one.
bitches need to go through the fucking gates of hell to get their nails done, literally. Like,
I used to love having a little acrylic set, but it's just at the garden and everything. It's too hard.
no, I need them.
But I was
I
getting I used to do hair extensions with them. I used to do everything with them.
Yeah, I remember this one job that I worked. This lady had the longest natural nails that you could ever imagine. I mean, that they came out so, like, you know, when you put on a fake nail and it's super long and
Yeah,
then
before they
they
cut it.
cut that down. No, it was like longer than that and like curling over. And she was doing my corset. I was doing lingerie and she was taking her nail and putting it under the rope and using her nail as like a hook to like do on my whole corset. And she had to do everything with her finger sideways to like pick things up, and she like moved her fingers because they were like curled over. They were so long.
Oh my
And she had like a marble type of polish. I'll never forget. I wanted to throw up. They were so gross.
God. I used to work with the girl who did hair with like crazy long nails. Like she would, when they put the really long acrylic on, like you were just saying,
Yeah.
she would have
Yeah.
them, how there was always like a little like thing on the end of the acrylic where like it attached to something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She would have them just file that little thing off and keep it the whole length.
Oh my
And
God.
she would do
But
hair all day with that. But she did use it as like a hook and like a
and you
utensil.
know what? That doesn't gross me out as much as it being her real nail
Yeah,
curled over.
because they get weird.
Yes. They grow like super thick. Like, has your toenail ever died?
Yeah.
Okay, my whole toenail like died and fell off, and the one that comes back is just like thick. It's not the same. Kyle's like so grossed out. She's such a prude whenever we talk about gross things. She can't
No,
listen.
I'm not grossed out by that. I don't come after my character because I do like gross shit. I'm
I
not
don't
grossed out
know.
by anything.
I don't know.
I like gross stuff. Like like I could have been
Are
a
you?
doctor or a nurse. Like I could just like I could work on surgery.
I don't know. But you know what? You be your authentic self, which
I
is what this whole episode is about. You don't need to follow the trend of grossness right now.
Yeah, see that's the thing you're telling me. You're like, yeah, my unique personality is not grossed out by that.
Okay, so let's get into our topic, which is being your authentic self and embracing it and not giving into trends or trying to keep up with other people and what they're doing.
Ex-
So,
yeah, and just like falling into like the conformity of things. And the reason I was kind of thinking about this topic is because I remember years ago when I started doing therapy, my therapist was kind of like asking me questions about certain things, and I was like, I don't know, and it kind of came to a realization that I was like, I don't know what my interests are. I don't know what I like. I don't know what my style is. I don't know anything because I've always just not copied, but I've always just done what the people around me has done. I've listened to the music that the people around me liked. And so I really went on a quest to be like, what is my style of interior design? What is my personal clothing style? What are my hobbies? And I found too many hobbies. What are my interests? What are my, everything? And it really was a journey of figuring that out because and it kind of falls in line with a little bit with the people pleasing of trying to imitate your surroundings to fit in and to conform to the people around you. And I think what happens when you do that is like you lose a sense of your own personality. And
yes.
it's like humans have this like the uncanny valley perception when they see something that is human like but not human. It triggers a part of our brain and makes us have fear of them.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, so do you know, like, if you see like a robot or something and it's like very human looking, like,
Hmm.
if when we see that, a lot of humans have an irrational fear of that because there's a part of our brain that senses like an imposter.
Oh, okay,
Do you know what
okay.
I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and it's like
Hmm.
it triggers us, and it's like a survival instinct of like, this isn't human, but it looks human. And I think that sometimes when you are being kind of like fake almost, or you're being not authentic to yourself, people can sense that, and it
Yeah.
kind of turns people off a little bit. And I think that just being in like groups of friends and something like that is so much better, and you have much better friendships when you're really embracing yourself and your uniqueness, and you know, add to the group of what you have to add.
And I agree with that. I think that for me personally, and I think as a society, I think that especially when it comes to your personal style or even your hobbies and interests, I feel like a lot of it becomes a trend. And people will jump on this trend, neglecting what they actually enjoy to do or exactly what they actually enjoy to wear. So I am guilty of this, especially a couple years ago, like posting on my Instagram all the time. I would buy things that I didn't even like, but because they were trending, I was like, oh my God, I need to post this. I need to post this because I was like, this is what the people want to see. And this is what's going to help me grow my page because I'm going to look trendy. But then I'm wearing it and it's like so not me that I can't even be me while I'm filming it, as well as, you know, all of the trends that are out there, like sourdough, um, you know, the gardening and all of this. There's all these cool trends, right? But like I've had to learn that like I'm not just going to jump on and start making sourdough bread because I hate baking. So why am I going to do that? Whereas maybe a few years ago for content or something, I would have tried it and been like, okay, I'm going to try to do this just to see if whatever. But you're right, like people can see through that bullshit. Just like when we're trying to talk about something on the podcast where we're like, okay, this seems to be like something that maybe we should talk about. And then we talk about it like our communication episode and we're like, we can't even communicate a whole episode because we're like, this is not our style. This isn't us. Yet we're trying to do something that we think people will like or that they
Exactly.
want from us.
Yes, exactly.
I also think like learning to spend time with yourself and taking that time for yourself. Like you said a key thing earlier. You said you love crocheting while listening to an audiobook, right?
Hmm.
Like that is so peaceful. And that's something that you've probably, because you've spent time with yourself and because you kind of went on that journey, like you know that that's something that you like, right? For me, it would be listening to an audiobook and maybe doing, I love doing those like gem bead paintings where you just literally take the color bead and put it on the color that it's supposed to go. It is so mind numbing and it is so just relaxing. Like that's when my brain can shut off. But I had to learn that that's something that it's not cool. It's not trending, but it's something that I've learned that I enjoy to do because I took the time to spend time with myself and tried different things that I was like, okay, maybe this would be something. And I actually found something that I enjoy. I enjoy playing tennis, which is something that I never thought that I would like, but I actually tried it because I love trying new things and I love, you know, like putting myself out there. But I was like, you know what, I'm going to try tennis and I'm going to try biking. And I made biking a part of my workout and I made tennis as like a hobby. And because I put myself out there and because I tried it, I realized, hey, like I really love this. And I think that that's something that works for me. Maybe, you know, everyone else is doing pickleball right now. Everybody's doing all these other things right now, but like that's what works for me.
Exactly. And well, one thing too, like with the trendsetters, that's the thing. They have this interest in beating. They have this interest in pickleball, and then all of a sudden they are the trendsetters because they are being unique to their own self and what they like to do. And
Hmm.
I think that sometimes following trends isn't always bad, because sometimes you may try something new and be like, I really like this. Like this is, I wasn't expecting this to like this, but I really like this.
And I see the side of that. Like I see how it can be inspiring. Like if somebody brings something out and it's like, okay, maybe pickleball. Like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll try that. It's kind of like tennis, I think. Like maybe I will try it. But I'm trying it because I want to see if I like it. And I'm not trying it or doing it just because it's what's trending or because like that's what my friends are into or that's what I think I should be doing because like it's cool right now. Like there's that fine line and difference of like making sure that you're doing it for yourself.
And I think too, like one of the like when you're like in high school or something, or even when you're, you know, in your workplace, like there is like the popular girl, you know, and everyone wants to be like that. They're typically like doing their own thing. You know, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I would like do something off to the side and I would be like, this is so weird. I gotta like hide this. And then some people would find out and they'd be like, oh my God, that is so fun. That's so cool. That's very, unique that you're able to do that. And especially when you start to embrace that yourself, like your creativity is going to run wild.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. I think it's kind of interesting how, like, how you said how it's one of those things where it's like you're trying it on the side and you're like closet doing something because you're like, oh, this, it's not that cool or nobody's gonna like it. And then when you are being yourself and you're like putting it out there, people are automatically like, oh, whoa, that is cool. Like I think that just kind of like circles back to just being yourself and people will either accept it or they won't.
Exactly. And I think with like personal style too, like that's such a huge thing. And that's, you can easily fall into trends. But I think it's hard sometimes when you're only following trends because sometimes you need to dress for your body type, you need to dress for your lifestyle, you need to dress for, even your colors. When people do the color analysis and you find out like these are the colors that were going to work best for you. And I think to follow what works for you is so much better than following a trend to a T, because you're
Yes.
going to shine if you're working with clothing that's going to work best with your body type. You're working with clothing that's going to work best with your like skin tone, hair, and eyes and everything. You're going to shine and you're going to really like glow out. You know what I mean? Like you're going to stand out and it's going to enhance your beauty that you already have. And
Well, yeah, because I think when you're wearing something that you genuinely feel good in, it gives you that level of confidence. Like you feel good when you put something on and you're like, I love this. I love the way it looks. I love the way it fits. And when it just makes you feel good, and then you're right, like automatically you're going to shine, you're going to thrive because you're feeling confident in what you're wearing.
yes.
So if you don't know what your own personal style is, Kyle and I did a style test and we actually did it from, I think it's the New York Stylist. They have this really cool and quick fashion quiz. And you honestly, you just take, you just answer maybe I think it was like 10 questions and they're pretty vague, but it was able to break it down enough to kind of understand your style. So if you guys are having a hard time finding your personal style, Kyle and I actually did this fun style quiz through the New York Stylist. It's like a 10 to 20 question quiz, super easy. We just did it on our phones. And they ask you enough questions to be able to generalize your style. So I got that I am a minimalist, which is pretty accurate because I don't wear a lot of crazy patterns all the time. And it's cool because it has like a brief description of the style as well as it gives you style icons. Like one of my style icons for me to follow and kind of watch and see like who might inspire me is Ashley Olsen, who I've been
Okay.
obsessed with my whole entire life. Victoria Beckham, thank you.
Okay.
Um, I like to refer to her as Posh Spice still, but whatever.
Yes, she's posh.
She's posh. Angelina Jolie, thank you. And then I have Jennifer Aniston, Kate Moss, Cindy Crawford.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm like, okay, I can do this. And then my secondary style is trendy. So think of street fashion, edgy, modern fashionista is what it said. Um, and then it gives me like a whole other list of like different style icons. And it says to take risks like any Kardashian from Kris, Kim to Chloe, but on a budget. I was like, thanks for knowing I'm poor.
They
But I found that the questions though, they asked like the right ones to kind of truly understand my style. So I thought it was fun because there was so many times where like I would buy things that I'm like, oh, this is trending right now. So I'm just gonna buy this. And then I never wear it and I end up donating it because I'm like, I don't even like this. I'm just wearing it though because I think that's what's going on. So What did you get?
Well, I think this quiz too, they really do a good job in the results of just like hyping you up because I was like, okay, I really scored with this. I was like, Kris is going to be like so jealous.
I loved mine. What did you
Okay,
get?
so my primary one is bold
Ooh, okay, yes.
because she is a
Yes.
little bold as I'm wearing like Elwood sunglasses. Like
Yes. She's bold. We
she's
know
very
this.
bold, you know. She's edgy, modern, and fun. And
Ooh.
my style icons are Andy Sachs and The Devil Wears Prada. They're like,
Oh,
you know, when she's
okay.
wearing like the Chanel boots.
Yes.
Yes, we remember that look.
Okay.
And she's like, and of course the quirky style, the quirky
Quirky.
quirky, I can't say that word, style of Carrie
Quirky.
Bradshaw in Sex in the City.
Oh, okay.
She's Carrie
Okay,
Bradshaw.
fashion fucking icon over here.
Yes.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
but then so that's style. Okay, but here are some of the icons to note. Chloe Sevigny, Kristen
Okay.
Stewart, Jenna Lyons, Jenna fucking Lyons, Priyanka Chopra, Jonas, Iris Apfel, and Linda Fargo. I don't know who that last person is, but Iris Apfel, I love her. She's like the older lady with the big sunglasses all the time, or the big
Yes.
glasses. Love that.
Yes.
Like I was like,
That's a good.
she hyped me up,
They were like, you know what? Here's your fucking confidence boost.
right?
Like, here are your style icons.
And I love this quiz because it's kind of like it's going to say like, yes, this is your style. This is what you like as a person. And we're going to hype you up because nobody's wrong. Like everybody deserves to be hyped up for the way that their own personal style
Yes.
is.
Yes.
And my secondary was classic. And so that's like, you know, tailored, quiet luxury.
Okay.
Do you see this
She's
in me?
quiet. She's giving quiet luxury. I can sometimes.
There is a side to me that is kind of like that. Like I am like, I mean, like literally my bedroom looks like it's like, I don't know, like in an 16th century mansion.
Seriously. Seriously. But you know what though? I love that what you're wearing right now and what I'm wearing right now, I didn't even think about it, reflects our results.
It does. And it reflects both of my results because I am wearing this like pink halter top with little like heart buttons and pink sunglasses, but I also am wearing a classic oversized white button down shirt.
Yeah, just quiet luxury on top of a fun little fashionista, Carrie Bradshaw.
Exactly. But no, listen to the
And I'm
style.
in all black.
Yes. Now listen to my style icons, okay? On the secondary. Scandals, Olivia Pope.
Ooh,
Yes.
stop it.
Meghan Markle.
The Duchess.
Yes, the Duchess. Okay. Jennifer Lawrence, Tracy Ellis
Okay.
Ross, Katharine Hepburn,
Okay.
Rosie Huntington Whitley, Sophia Richie Grange, and there's a few other people. But anyways, we don't need to get into that.
Oh,
But
Sophia
literally,
Richie's on there. Okay, I was like, who's
yes.
that? And then I popped in my head. Damn, okay.
Speak of Meghan Markle, I did see the funniest thing this morning in a post, and it was like it was like Harry comes and only goes out of the house to sue his family and to go see Beyonce
Stop.
because they went to the Beyonce concert.
And did you see that interview with them off topic where she did the podcast episode and it was her? And she's like, because my husband, I don't know if you know, but he's handsome.
I do know, and I've known that since I was like 10.
I've always been Team Harry, okay? Even though everyone wanted us to be Team William. I never saw it. I was Harry.
We were
He was
all
like the
Harry.
bad guy.
We were all
No, but if you,
Harry fans.
yes, if you are having like a hard time identifying your style or like wondering, then this is a good tool for you. I loved doing it. Again, it took me like 10 minutes, not even.
Yeah. What was it called again? Will you say that again?
It's the New York Stylist. We'll put it in our post as well.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
We'll post it.
Yeah. I want to go on to one other thing that I was thinking about with the uniqueness. And that is interior design. Okay. And I feel like there's a lot of just like the white boucle furniture, the light stained wood, the
Yeah.
white walls, the look. And if that's your look, that's your look. I'm not downing
Mhm.
that at all. But I think you shouldn't feel pressured to be in that. Because okay, what I love, I'm obsessed with interior design. And one thing that I like about interior design is if someone is into interior design, you can walk into their home without knowing them, and you have a really good idea of who this person is.
Mm. Yep.
Like if you walk into my bedroom or my apartment, I feel like you know who I am a bit.
I love,
And
yeah.
and I think that that is such a compliment if somebody says that, because you've, plastered your personality and who you are like all over the walls, all over everything. Or it's very minimalistic and that fits you, and I think that that's really a unique way to think about style in every type of way and every type of interest and every type of whatever, is to really be a manifestation of your personality and who you are as a
Hmm.
person.
That's a really good tip because I sometimes when I'm making decisions about interior design, I feel so much pressure because it's like I want this style, but then I'm like, well, this isn't my personality. But then it's like I really like this style. But then once I pick something that I genuinely like, I'm like, okay, this is it. But I actually fell into this trap when it came to decorating our house when we first moved in. Michael and I put like pictures up around and stuff, and honestly, I took them all down. We have like barely anything on our walls anywhere in the house because you know what? For me, it makes everything feel so cluttered. I
Hmm.
like almost to bare walls. Like in our room, I put up pictures because I was like, okay, everyone has like pictures up, like, and I want it to feel homey, and it was stressing both Michael and I out. We took them down. There's nothing on my walls in my bedroom.
Yeah. And I see that. And some people need that. And I know Kim Kardashian says that a lot too, that like her life is so chaotic that she likes to have the serene of the, clean walls and nothing going on. And
Yeah.
I get it. Like my dad like hates things on the walls. Like he's like, no, we don't need that on the wall. And then as my parents have aged, my mom now has like frames everywhere that said like family, and there's like 50 photos of grandkids and whatever.
I love it. Like I do have certain things on my walls, like a decor piece or something, but like I don't have like we only have two pictures of the kids out in the house.
Yes.
They're in a frame on like my thing. Like I'm not flooding my walls with like pictures of us smiling. Like I'm not. I don't want anything on the walls. And I get what she means because my brain is so chaotic. So when I'm in my bedroom and there's shit all over the wall, it's like it doesn't stop. It overstimulates me.
Do you feel overstimulated at my house?
No, because I don't live there. So I'm like, okay, this is just temporary.
But also like that, if yes, that would be a good answer. I feel like to not be overstimulated in my apartment may be weird.
Like, okay, I'm overstimulated when we have my suitcase in the room. That's what I'm like, I can't.
No, that is a lot. That is a lot when the suitcase and all the things start to come out. You see me start to like panic a little, because
Yeah.
it's a small space with a lot of shit everywhere, so it does get cluttered very fast. But I'm over here like
Yeah.
I'm like that's Stanley, the unicorn head on the wall. Stanley. We got the jaguar. I like really bargained with that with some for some native tribe in
She
Mexico.
can go through her every square inch of her wall and like tell an actual story.
Yes.
And like then you come into my room and I'm like, no stories here, sorry. Like make your own assumption about me.
But in some
Oh,
reason, for me, it makes it feel cozy. And I like to just have like things I don't know. I love that. And that's not for everybody. It really
mhm.
isn't. But I do enjoy my maximalist people on the internet. I follow a lot of like interior designers that like do the most. And it's a niche market.
It is a niche market. Like when I'm in somebody's house and they're like such a maximalist, I can appreciate it. But I'm like, I feel like I'm in an I Spy book. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember those
Yeah.
books where it's like you open it up and it's like so much shit to look at? that's how I feel when I'm in a maximalist home. Like when I'm in your room, I'm like, I could look around this room all day and find new things.
Yes. And you just can't be allergic to dust.
I mean, I am allergic to dust, but
Well,
whatever.
good luck.
I
Buckle up.
know. Buckle up. I got my Claritin with me.
Yes.
Anyways, guys,
But
I
hold
think
on.
this wraps us up.
One,
Oh,
one,
wait.
one-
Okay,
I want to
no
make
worries.
one more point real
Okay.
quick. Okay. And then we got to go. But I do want to say, too, I think embracing all of your unique traits and what you're good at and what your strengths are can really be helpful in life and work and through different things. Because when you're working as a group and you have had time to really develop your strengths and figure out what comes naturally to you and what works well with you, that in a group setting, you can really work together and be amazing together and create amazing things and get a lot of stuff done in a pretty efficient way if you've taken that time to really figure out what your natural strengths are and what you're good at and your passions, because you can really put that to good use.
And I think just to kind of go off that, like with our catering business, we've had to learn that some of our chefs or staff members or anything have different strengths and they have different weaknesses. And in business, that's what we kind of do. Like we've had a business meeting and we've kind of gone around to be like, okay, like this is what you like. So let's put you here and do this. It might not be exactly like what you thought you were going to do, but then they're happier kind of going in that direction. So I think it's important, like even in work, like how you're saying, like collaborating and like building a team or doing things and working with people, letting people know your strengths is also a positive for yourself because you might start to fit into a completely different role that will make you happier. Right. So
Mm-hmm.
we had one kid that, or not kid, but one of our chefs that was like, he didn't like doing exactly what he was doing, but he loved doing events that are off site. And once we kind of figured that out, we were like, well, then why are you in the kitchen? Like, you should go here. And he's thriving and he's running events and doing whatever. But it's because he spoke up and he's like, this is what I'm good at. This is what I like. And whatever. So it's good in business and your career too, to like let the people know and to like show your strengths.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And I have just one question about the catering business and in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Is it scorching in there?
So it's scorching hot in that kitchen. It's blazing hot. Well, guys, thank you so much. Again, if you want to take the style tip or the style quiz, it's the New York Stylist. Thank you so much for listening to us. And we will see you next week when we are in studio
Yes.
together.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye.